No bueno. Looks like this thing crack-a-dealed. That's not good. Shout out to FCP Euro for helping me out with this little guy right here. Sending this out to me. Took a few days to get here, but I have been smelling a little bit of a coolant leak. So, you know, we gotta open this bad boy with the sweet shank. Macan turbo is leaking out of the expansion tank. Now, apparently this is a common kind of Volkswagen slash Audi slash Porsche thing to have happen. Went ahead and got the brand new expansion tank here. You can see it does have inside there that's really, really white, but you see the little forks inside there, those kind of short out from the coolant, giving it resistance on this little plug situation right here. And that's gonna tell you when your tank is low on coolant, which apparently mine is because that light went on. And I've known that it's been an issue because I started smelling it. So if you start smelling a sweet coolant scent and have a look like this on your tank, any kind of crunchiness, this pink stuff, and then you can see right down here, it's looking a little bit gross. So I'm gonna have to clean that up. Should have replaced this a little bit earlier. Kind of waited about a week because you don't want to work on this car when it's hot. And you can see this is basically the issue right here. This little hose connection piece right here, it's literally cut, right? So when it's doing that, car is getting a little bit warm, and this thing, you know, expands with the temperature. The heat kind of comes out and the water gets hot and it starts to spray out of this area a little bit. It's not the greatest thing to have happen. We can see this bucket's nice and white and clear. This one's a little yellow, a little aged. This is the 3.6 liter V6 twin turbo Macan turbo. This is the little connector. All you gotta do is squeeze this off. You guys might be saying, why aren't you not just taking this to Porsche? Two reasons. One, so I can make this video for you guys. The second is I do have a warranty on this car through CarMax, but I have a $500 deductible. This is not a $500 part. This is around $200. So for me, the time, the effort, all of that, it is way quicker for me to just fix it myself than take it to Porsche, and it's cheaper, and time is money, right? We're just gonna pull this off, boom, right here. And then you can see right down at the bottom, there is another clamp right down there. We'll pull that bad boy off. This kit right here from FCP Euro, which by the way, FCP Euro, these parts are lifetime warranted. So if I have an issue with any of these parts again, all I have to do is order them again and send them back to FCP Euro, and they will be absolutely free, minus the shipping, of course. So Porsche antifreeze and coolant, don't go to AutoZone. Don't fill your car up with the green stuff, with the universal stuff that will mess up your seals and your coolant system. It's bad news. Do not mix it. Some people say you can mix it. Those people are dumb. Right here, we got a brand new hose clamp for that too. We also got the little cap here, which is absolutely great. So with these items right here, should be able to fix this up pretty quickly. I am guessing for this repair, 20 minutes, that's what I'm assuming. Maybe less, we'll try to find out. But it looks like right here, and you pull that off. This is the new part. And as I press in, it opens up that plastic mouth. Good thing about this is I really need to detail this engine bay anyway, so we'll go ahead and squeeze right here. And I'm just gonna try to yank that off. Ooh, slight bit of coolant there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop the new one on. And we'll get that on the tank in a minute here. You can see that does rotate, right? And we want this new piece because the plastic is kind of going to be lodged in it. So looking at the tank, on the right side there is a screw right there, and also one right back here. I'm not seeing one on the front, but we'll go ahead and take care of that right now. This is a T30 Torx, so we'll just go ahead and bust that little screw off real quick. Okay, just looks like that. Don't remember if I mentioned it, but do not do this with a warm or hot car. You're gonna burn yourself. So make sure you let this thing cool down for quite a few hours. That's the other thing too, right? So let's just say you take your car to the dealership, right? Well, what's gonna happen? They're gonna say, yep, you have an issue. So they're gonna say, well, we need the car to cool down in order to fix the issue, and if they have the tank in stock, which for this, I would guess they probably do. But you're gonna be sitting in that waiting room for quite a while because they don't want the tech to get burned or any of that stuff. So you're probably gonna have to get a loaner car. If you get a loaner car, you usually have to schedule that, And in order to schedule that, you're usually a few weeks out. And if this is happening, you better have a second car. So that's kind of where I say, you know, some of these things are pretty dang easy to fix. So now we can see the tank is loose, and you know, we're gonna be able to fix this quicker than even going to the dealership, right? I could fix this quicker than I can drive to the dealership itself, right? So if it's that easy, you know, who cares? So look, we're just kind of popping this out, and then all we have is just this one clamp. Let's see, this one clamp right here. So I'm gonna take some pliers, I'm gonna squeeze the pliers together. Now, when I take this off, we'll leak a little bit of coolant, okay? You can see what's in the tank, right? Make sure you have cardboard under the car or something like that to catch the coolant. You're just gentle to it. If you're gentle, you can remove it. Okay, now I'm gonna do this in one quick twist, if you will. Okay, I turned it upside down, and you can see I didn't really leak all that much. Now I still have my little hose clamp right there. I got the new tank, right? Well, I still have that on there. I am just gonna squeeze that down and release it. Literally, the tank is installed. We gotta put one more clamp on and 2 screws in. Tank looks good. As far as orientation goes, you will notice there is a little piece right there. The tank is just going to slot right in there. And now you can see we're gonna put our screws back in. All right, T30 Torx. Literally, so I'm doing this with one T30 Torque, 1/4" drive. Also guys, I've never done, okay? So, you know, you might think, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. Yes, I work on cars and do that sort of thing. But, you know, do I always know how to do what I'm doing? No, not necessarily, but it's pretty straightforward, right? Plug this thing back into the hole, okay? We're good on that. There's a little piece right here, put that back into its orientation. Now that hose here, we have that new clamp from FCP Euro. All right, I went ahead and grabbed one different pair of pliers just so I could show you. But I mean, pretty much the retention is gonna be like that, right? With that spring clamp retention in my hand, I'm just gonna go over here to that new piece. I'm gonna slide that hose over the tank, all right? Push it on until it goes all the way on there. Make sure my little clamp is over the barb. There's literally like a center point, X marks the spot. Look at this, guys. This is how cool Porsche is. They've literally made like, look, there, hey, put it to right there. And you can see the hose is all the way against the tank right here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and fill up this reservoir with the coolant. Again, OE fluid from Porsche. This is what you wanna use here. Warranted as well. So if you flush your car's coolant with FCP Euro, you bought this stuff from FCP Euro, you can literally fill this back up with the old coolant, send it back, and they'll warranty it, which is craziness. Well, I should say the next time you want to do it, not with the stuff that came out, right? So this technically warranties out. So we'll chomp into this just a little bit. See if I can do this without spilling. I spilled a little bit. My bad. I think a little crying face. Seems to be the little theme right now going on Insta. Too much fruit punch at the party. We filled up the tank to max. We're good there. Gonna go ahead and clean this up. I'm gonna spray down the engine compartment, just kind of clean it up a little bit. Obviously, do remember that coolant is sweet. Don't let your kids drink it. Don't let your animals buy it. So if you did get any on the ground, make sure to get that up off the ground, spray it off, whatever. It's just easy to do. Cap is now on the car. So I just threw a little bit of degreaser on here, made sure not to get water really in the air box right here, so don't spray in that area. But went ahead and just kind of sprayed down the area in here so we're not having that sweet scent. And you can see it looks nice and clean, right? This looks good. So we'll go ahead and kind of dry this off real quick with a microfiber. That'll just be junk, and the engine compartment will look very nice again. The car looks nice and clean. I'm gonna go ahead and start it, make sure that light goes away. Look at that, no codes, no light, none of that. So we'll let the car get up to operating temperature. right here. That's this guy in the middle. Below is oil. That's turbo pressure. Up top, you can actually set these as far as your settings go. So in the display, fuel range, vehicle menu, that's where you're gonna change those options. So if you don't have those, that's how you do it. And also you're gonna kind of scroll to that wheel. So we are good to go. So that basically wraps up the whole installation process. Super straightforward. Like I've been saying, I did this in probably 15 minutes or so. That's with filming, right? So 15, 20 minutes of your time. Tell me, is it going to take you more time to go to the Porsche dealership and get this done? Yeah, I would say it's gonna take you at least 4 hours. I'd say a half an hour to the dealership probably, unless you live super close, half an hour to an hour. You're gonna wait at least an hour to 2 hours if they're gonna do it that day, or you're gonna have someone drive you, drive back. That's gas money. Gas is not cheap these days. I know we're Porsche owners, but you know, it's time and convenience, right? If you guys have an old school Porsche, you used to work on it, right? These aren't that bad for certain things. And sometimes it's just very basic and you can just fix stuff yourself, you know? I know new cars seem scary, but they're still the basics, right? The car actually tells you what's wrong. Now with these newer cars, you need code readers and all that sort of stuff, but something like this, you open the hood, that's my problem, right? You look at it, 2 clamps, 2 bolts, and a clip. Pretty straightforward. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe. If you'd like to, I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. We're at like 80, 85, something along those lines. So it'd be awesome if you could subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you liked the video. Later, and wrench on.